Hey guys, it's Gabrielle Ruiz. Welcome back to my channel. I am doing a series on postpartum anxiety, and I just finished recording some voiceover auditions as well as some self-tapes in my studio that I created in a building that my husband works in. So I don't have my tripod and I have good lighting, so I thought I would do a quick little blog catch-up since it's been a while. I am now at like 19 weeks postpartum. Mercedes, my baby, is past 4 months and she's like starting to like size out of the 3 to 6 month stuff. It's pretty cute. She had this one romper that somebody gave us. All of the clothes that she has were given to her. It's like this little red owl romper, and it's Dolce & Gabbana because they make baby outfits. Anyway, literally the last day she can wear it, and I'm so glad we squeezed it into her schedule. Some updates is, yes, I've gotten over most of my anxiety about bringing Mercedes to work, church, when I sing for my husband, because he's our music leader at our church. There's this podcast called The Daily. It really helped me realize that every choice we make as a family is good for our family as well as a risk for our family, and we just have to decide what good that goes with what risk we're going to choose and use in our life. So that was very helpful to just find comfort in just like moving on with my life instead of just being in fear and like doing nothing with my life. It felt like, at least. One thing that has been really circling in my mind is work has picked up, which is great. I'm going to be on set this week for a game show that has asked me to come back, which is like I get paid to play. It's so much fun. It's called 25 Words or Less. You can probably find me on the seasons before this one that we're about to shoot. Actually, last season, for season 2, I was pregnant with Mercedes, which is really, really sweet. But what has been stressful is accepting that I can't do it all in one day. There's really, really great stuff coming along, and I've been really excited and anxious to get back to work. And I'm at a point where we're about to like take it back to the level that I was at before the pandemic, which is like really, really auditioning and doing some game shows and also like doing some social media advertisements and stuff like that. But what has been stressful is I can't do it all in one day, like all of it. Answer emails, coordinate with my business manager, which is my husband, and also let him work, and then, you know, like spend time with Mercedes. There's a lot of passion within me to equally be a working person and a mom person. And you know what? Me just even talking about it, I realize like it's actually not that stressful. It's actually the least stressful decision when it's 2:30 p.m. and Philip has been looking after her for 3 to 4 hours, and he brings her to me to nurse. I mean, what a gift. Like, we can actually work in the same location. And when it's 2:30 p.m. per se, and like I need to become just full-time mom so Philip can focus on his work, it's not necessarily a relief. It's just a duty and something that is just lovely to do. I love being her mom. And I was really, really anxious projecting a result that didn't exist yet, that I wouldn't like that I would be resentful or frustrated or feel like a failure or something that would be disappointed, like I would be disappointed in myself. And I wasn't on Friday, which was like 2 days ago, when I was trying to cool my closet at home where I also record versus the studio space, and trying to cool the closet so I can close the closet with the air conditioning off so I can record. And then they want for the audition like 4 scenes and 2 songs. I gotta learn the songs, I gotta duplicate the songs exactly like the voice person on the demo, blah blah blah, like all these things. Like, you just like insert any job description of demands and deadlines and you understand what I'm talking about. Even if you're not an actor, you don't need to be to understand that as a working mom. I just have to say, like, I ran out of time and she was hungry, and I was like, great, okay, bring her to me. And Philip was very sweet, my husband. He was like, I'm so sorry. She just really, really wants to eat because we're going through like a 4-month sleep regression. And I said, no, that's fine. And I really meant it. Like, it really, really wasn't anything that made me frustrated that I didn't finish my work, and I just like love hanging out with her. She's so sweet, and she's learning how to like roll over right now. And we started a little bit of puree, despite how controversial it can be. Our pediatrician was like, 4 months, go for it. And she's just such a joy. And like the time goes by fast, maybe faster than my work schedule. Fast, like spending time with her and being with her and talking to her, and just like being a part of her life, and everything is so new to her, and I just love her so much. So there was no regret, and I did post a story. I did post about it on my Instagram, and you can see the post linked below of what I'm talking about. And it's fine. It's really, really fine. And what I found confidence in is that literally the phrase that I'm sure every parent has learned, and I'm curious if you're a parent watching this, if this is your first time working mom, or you're a first time working mom of 2 kids, first time working mom of 3 kids. I feel like everything feels like a first. If you believe in the phrase, it'll get done when it gets done. And the day after that, I committed to volunteering at my church by singing on the worship team, which my husband leads, and I wanted to be there for him. And we tried to record. I tried to record, and I say we because Philip has to watch her, and he's so game for helping before his time that he needed to get here to the church building. And I tried getting it done there, and I don't remember what got in the way, but something did, and it takes time to pack. Me and Mercedes, funny enough, come with a lot of baggage if we come with Philip to work to his building. And we get here, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to feed her puree. And right now, per our pediatrician's advice, the puree is get the easy stuff into her body for her to sample, for her to experience, not necessarily for it to be a meal replacement. And so I brought an apron, I brought her a little bib, I brought a spoon, it's sealed, everything like that, packed that. And I sat down and fed my baby instead of rushed her to then set up my microphone, set up my light and do all this stuff. And Philip was like, are you going to be able to do that audition? I was like, you know what? No, because I want to be on time for your rehearsal, what I committed to today on Saturday. And I am going to just watch RuPaul's Drag Race while I feed my daughter and just sit for a second. And I enjoyed rehearsal. I enjoyed spending time with her, watching her eat the apple puree. By the way, I made that puree. It's really not that difficult. ? Is it going to get difficult, moms? Tell me, have you started puree at the very beginning? You were like, screw this, I don't have time. Let me know. I'll skip this whole step if it's too difficult and takes too long. And then I went to rehearsal, and it was quite enjoyable. She got really tired. I missed one of the songs because I was putting her down for a nap in Philip's office, which we have an extra pack and play. And I did get some anxiety there because when she was crying, which is totally normal when babies get tired and fussy, and she was doing a little on me, and it just made me so emotional because my family's not close, and I wish I could experience that with my family closer to us. And so work did bring us to Los Angeles. Work did bring me and Philip, before we met each other, to New York, and my family's in Texas and Virginia, and Philip's family's in Pennsylvania. And this is the first time in my life that I've ever wanted to be close to family. And it's wanting, it's not like I never not wanted, but work wasn't where my family was, and it was just yep, it just is what it is. I'm very career driven. I'm very lucky that it's working out. Things are happening, which are good, but man, it's different. It's different with a kid. Let me know if you have those experiences and share them. And I hope there's positive responses back and forth. And so making this video and this series of postpartum anxiety a safe and positive community of supporting each other. So if you have any stories or any kind of words of encouragement, or when you made the move maybe closer to family and why, I would love to hear it, because that's where I am right now with my anxiety is really getting family fever for the first time in my life. And it's mid-September in Los Angeles. Numbers are okay with keeping ourselves isolated, and chosen families, a little more controlled environment, like who we hang out with and not. And I feel like that would just be thrown out the window with family. I feel very blessed and lucky that our families all align with our COVID quarantine vaccination plans and ideas of what we should do. And so I'm very, I feel like I, dodged a very stressful conversation if one situation was intense. And I'm sure a lot of families have been going through that. And we're still trying to figure out what we're gonna do for the holidays. And it's frustrating. But I'm working, I'm trying to be grateful. This whole quarantine isolated world has been able to expand a lot of people's careers to be mobile and to be able to move. And that just looks so beautiful. I don't need to be in a small condo in Los Angeles proper. But then I do have to stick around and wait and make sure that I'm available now that my body's feeling more like myself, my physical and mental body, and Philip's work is great. He loves his work, he loves his mission, and he's very passionate about it, and he's got to be here on Sundays. And that also means he probably has to be here for Christmas. And so we're still trying to figure that out, what we're going to do for the holidays. And this family fever is not helping. So leave a comment if you have the same family fever, because it's a real thing. And I don't think there's any kind of emotional vax for it. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe, you can follow along. I'm going to be logging more of my postpartum anxiety journey, just also giving some reviews on products that I love, and sharing my life as a first-time working mom. Thanks for watching.